Welcome back to CLE Weekend. You know, as you travel along the shores of Lake Erie, there's a lot to see and do, and there's a lot of really cool and historic things. But I think one of the most cool things that you will see is the USS Cod. I say, let's go inside and check this thing out. So I made my way down, and I'm here with Paul, who is the president of the USS Cod Submarine Memorial. Here's the deal. This is amazing, and you have no idea when you're driving by what's down here. How long has the USS Cod been here?
We are celebrating this summer our 65th anniversary in the Port of Cleveland. Cod came here in 1959, brought in by the Navy to serve as a reserve training boat right here. We took over as a memorial ship, the Guardians, in 1976. So it's our 48th year, but 65 years in the Port of Cleveland, and in all that time, you never came down.
No, this is my first time, which I'm just in awe. I mean, I've already done a walkthrough, and it is amazing down here. For anyone who hasn't, right? They're Clevelanders. Tell us a little bit about USS Cod.
Well, Cod is a typical World War II American fleet submarine. These were big boats. By submarine standards, these are luxury liners. The engines were built here in Cleveland. It's the only submarine on display that uses the original ladders like the crew did, so kudos to you for getting down here in one piece with the crew. It's an immersive experience. You come down through the forward torpedo room, you walk through the entirety of the boat, come out the after room. We have a nice brochure, we have audio tours, and we even have some of the best submarine tour guides to bring it to life.
You're our tour guide today. What do you say we take a little walk and explore a little more?
Okay, let's not hit our heads though.
I've seen so many cool things, not to mention like normal essentials, like the bathroom, where to do laundry, and this is the engine room that we're in.
Maneuvering room.
Ah, maneuvering room. Okay.
Those two big rooms with the Cleveland-built diesels, those are the engine rooms.
The other thing I love is that you have all these pictures throughout down here where you can actually see what it was like, and these are real pictures. These are not depictions.
Right. No, we were very blessed to have a movie cameraman, photographer on the last patrol. So we discovered these great photos in the National Archives. So they're placed where they were taken in the boat. Yeah. On that last patrol to bring it to life so people can connect with the Cod crew because, of course, they're all gone now.
So we made our way down to what would be the galley?
Well, that's the galley.
And this is where
the crew's mess.
Crew's mess, that's what it is. I just noticed, you know, as you go through, it really feels like people are living down here.
And smells like they live down here, too, sometimes.
Yeah. Why is the Cod an honorary Dutch submarine?
Well, on our 7th and final war patrol, Cod was called to the aid of the Dutch sub 019, which had hit a coral reef. Remember, these boats were always on the surface. So my knife is going to be the Dutch submarine, and it's cruising on the surface, and it hits Lad Reef and drives itself up on the reef, and it's stuck. There was no AAA, so they had to call for help. So Cod arrived and began 2 days of fruitless attempts to pull it free. And when the last cable snapped, our captain said to his Dutch counterpart, "Begin transferring your crew and we'll prepare to destroy your boat once the crew is off." And so 55 Dutchmen joined 97 Americans aboard Cod for 3 days. It was a traumatic experience for the Dutch to witness their submarine being destroyed so the enemy didn't get it. But at the end of the patrol, the Dutch threw the Cod crew a thank you party for saving their lives, and at the party they found out the war was over, so it became quite a party. Yeah. Every year on the Saturday closest to the anniversary of this rescue, we celebrate Dutch-American friendship because the two crews really held close bonds of friendship all of the rest of their lives.
Now I've got to ask then, with the Dutch coming here, as I walk through here, there are so many beds, so there was enough room then.
Well, there are about 80 bunks on the Cod.
Oh, okay.
So one part of the crew, the newly arrived crewmen, have to share bunks. Until they get qualified, then they can have their own bunks. Yeah. But when we had 152 people on board, everybody was kind of making concessions. I know the enginemen told me that they slept in the engine room with their engines.
I'm sure some people were sleeping right along here.
Oh, no, not where you eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you feel like you're going to use any available space down here. Some people probably think it's a tight squeeze. It actually is more spacious than you would think. I want to continue to take a walk and actually talk about a couple cool events that you have coming up. What do you say?
Okay, well, that sounds good. So we're going to walk through the shuffleboard deck, past the bowling alley.
Okay, can we a cheers to that? Cheers. Let's go bowling. Every area that we go to is amazing, and this is where I actually want to end, but we want to talk about, because I know we were talking about the Dutch, so Netherlands Friendship Day. Tell me a little bit about this and a couple of events actually that you've got coming up that you're going to merge into one.
Well, we certainly want to celebrate 65 years in the Port of Cleveland. This year, we're combining it with the celebration of our rescue of the Dutch submarine crew from the O-19 so that we can have a really good party. We have Dutch submariners that are flying in from Holland to be here and participate. So it'll be a free day starting at noon on Saturday, July 13th. Cake and punch and deck gunfire.
Wow. If we want to come, bring out the family and enjoy everything that the USS Cod has to offer, where can we get more information?
We have Facebook, USS Cod Submarine Memorial. Our website is usscod.org.
Well, thank you so much for the tour.
Thank you.
And again, we encourage you to come out and see so much more. Really, we only touched on a very little bit of everything down here. So thank you again.
Thank you.
We'll be right back on CLE Weekend.